What is up guys, Andy FOD Runner here. Welcome back to another video, and this is week 3 of my half marathon training series. So this week has been a bit of a down week. I've been on holiday for most of it, so excited to share what I have been able to get done this week, plus some good news at the end. A very quick apology, bad lighting, bad location and stuff like that. I have left all my recording equipment at work, so yeah, we're just having to make do today for this episode. But I want to throw us straight into the action for this week, show you the runs that I did manage to get done, and share with you at the end some really good news. All right, good morning, here we go. Week 3 of this half marathon training series is a holiday week, and I am running along by the beautiful sea. I'm down in Dawlish Warren this week, Monday to Friday, and I'm just heading out towards Dawlish. So Dawlish Warren is like a separate part to the main town, and there's a wonderful, well, as you can see here, we're going to be running on a lovely sort of coastal tarmac track that runs all the way excuse me, into Dawlish. We came down here last year, and last year I ran up that way north, and I was doing workouts and stuff in marathon training, I think. But this year I'm having a proper down week, so I'm just getting one run done whilst I'm away, and I'm making it a 60-minute easy run. So I'm just enjoying, I'm loving this. I'm just heading out to Dawlish. I'm going to be going further than Dawlish, probably might even have to go up and over that hill, or I might turn around and go back a bit the other way and just keep it flat. Testing out the Ghost 15 today from Brooks, like an updated version with DNA Loft version 2 midsole rather than the version 1 that was launched with back in autumn last year. But for me today, I'm just feeling so grateful. I'm going to tell you why shortly. In between today's run and the next run, I've got a good little story to tell you. Let me get this one done. Heart rate's a bit high, working hard, sweating off all those holiday chips, and I'll see you back and we'll talk about this. Alright, good morning, it's Saturday, here we go, back on home turf. I said I'd get you an update. I will after this. I tried to get the update whilst I was away, but things are too busy. So yeah, some really good news I'm really happy about. I'll share with you after this. Keep this one short and sweet. This is just a 60-minute moderate with some strides at the end, nothing fancy, just getting the legs turning over again after a few days relaxing and a fair few pounds heavier. So basically effort levels are a bit too high, but I'm just going to run my normal pace and bust the rust, get ready for next week, because next week Will has scheduled in a nice build into the week just to let me get used to it again, and then, you know, the week after we're really hitting it. So today I'm just gonna take this as it comes, get 60 minutes plus the strides done, and yeah, see you back at home when I've done it. That's the week's running, and just before we jump in to the good news that I really want to share with you, I want to say a massive thanks to Saysky for sponsoring this week's video, and of course the upcoming weeks throughout the training block into the goal race itself. Absolutely delighted to have them on board as a sponsor for this training series, and really happy to be promoting some of their autumn and winter 2023 kit. If I move over here and point here, you'll see a FOD 15 discount code appear, which will get you guys 15% off full price Saysky items, especially on their new kit. It is fantastic. I've been wearing a lot of it in the recent training series, and I will continue to wear it throughout the rest of the training series. It's incredible kit. I love running in it, love wearing it, and I'm delighted to be able to offer you guys a discount code to get some money off Saysky items. So yeah, FOD 15 will get you 15% off. Hope you guys can enjoy it. back to the video. So only a couple of runs done this week, pretty much exactly what I've got planned. But to be honest with you, today's run, Saturday, it was a little bit of a slog. It's going to take a few runs to get back into things, but I'm really happy that I managed to switch off mentally and physically and feel so much better, which allows me to then roll into this good news. So if you've been following previous training series, you'll know that I've kind of had a bit of a sciatic issue down the right hand side, really since an injury I picked up during December. Completely lost power in my right leg, and it kind of came back through marathon training to about 95%. Didn't really hinder training, didn't cause any pain, just really didn't feel like I could lift it and get full extension on the leg. And then throughout the 10k block, it flared up a little bit more as I was doing more speed work, faster turnover. It got a little bit aggravated. Didn't, again, no pain, but I noticed that kind of power really did start to go in the leg a little bit more. It was a very peculiar, and still is a very peculiar sensation, but over the last couple of weeks, I have to say things have got massively better, to the point where I think last week was it, or the week before, when I had to just shuffle things around and take a couple of days off. It was over the weekend, 3 days. It made the world of difference. I think that was in week 1 actually, to the point where when I started again on Monday, I thought, oh wow, everything feels a heck of a lot better. Not only that, but this sciatic pain that my physio had been talking to me about, she often talked a little bit about high hamstring tendinopathy, which effectively is inflamed tendon right at the top of the hamstring where it connects in to the hip bone. And that is something that I had noticed, like my hamstring is quite tight, and in that area is quite sore and inflamed, and that combined with this sciatic issue has been a nightmare. So focusing on a lot of self-massage in that area has made a massive difference, alongside the Pure Sport balm that I swear by and use all the time. And just repeatedly doing this every single day has made the world of difference, to the point now where I feel like I'm pretty much back to normal. And again, this week has allowed me to have even more recovery, still use the balm, still a lot of self-massage, and it feels $1 million. I'm not going to lie, it's still there a tiny bit, but compared to what I've been training with throughout the previous months, this is a massive improvement, and I really do feel like I've pinpointed where the issue is now. If I can sort the sort of high hamstring tendinopathy out, which is where it feels inflamed, then the sciatic issue buggers off as well, I will be firing on all cylinders. So genuinely, I feel so happy that I feel like I'm starting to get to the bottom of it, and training is going really well. So we'll wrap this episode up here, and I appreciate that good news probably only applies to a lot of you guys who've been following the training series for the last 2 training blocks. If you're new to the channel, you probably weren't aware that I was suffering with anything at all. And to be honest with you, as I said, it's been completely pain-free. It's just been a lack of power in the leg, but I feel like I'm able to drive my legs now, and it feels so good, especially on the strides at the end of the run. I really feel like I'm being able to open up my left side and my right side, and oh my word, it just feels incredible. So yeah, a very low-key week this week. Gonna take a few runs to get back into things next week, but feel like now with the remaining 9 weeks left, I'm ready to really hit the ground running. Will has got me easing back into things next week, but the week after that we really are starting to ramp it up. So I'm excited to take you guys on the journey, and thank you so much for sticking around and watching this week's episode in particular. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to the channel for weekly running content. I'll see you in the next one. Until then.